Hey guys, Heather here, and today we're just going to go over the very basics of your booj website and what you need to be doing right now before this gets launched and published and open to the public. So when you go into your Mac Center, go to remax.net, you want to click on up here. It has all of the information, FAQ. They were just released, I believe, yesterday. Check that out. That's going to go over the timelines, your domain information, and a ton of other goodies. So that'll answer a lot of the different questions that you may have. Today, I just want to make sure that your information and how to kind of play a little bit with the website and just kind of set things up and where to go if it's not. So that's what we're going to do today. First thing we want to do is we're going to click on the booj platform once you're in here. That is going to take you basically to your dashboard, which is going to look like this. You have your website. On the website drop down, start from the bottom, you can do your website settings. That's going to say, okay, do I want it relaxed or am I going to have a forced registration? So when you click on restricted, it's going to say how many listings does somebody get to look at before I require them to register with me. For right now, for the purpose of training, I'm just going to have it relaxed so that I can show you kind of the website and stuff like that. So you can have it relaxed. You can do whatever you want. It's quality over quantity. Give people the information, have forced registration so you can do it, whatever you want to do. That's where you're going to change that. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go into my page editor. This is going to show me all the different pages. The first thing you'll want to do is click on this home page. I'm not sure what the default is anymore. I've been on so many accounts, but you can always preview clicking on this link, and over here it's going to prompt you to log in to be able to see this. This is not out to the public yet. This is just for you to be able to play, and eventually I think next week or so we'll have that publish button. This is the login to be able to see your website. So click on that link, you're going to get the website. This is what I've set up for Carolyn right now. We changed the background. We added some content. Her listings are showing up. That's the blog. We don't have access to that, but there is a template there, one in there. And then she'll have her reviews. So I'm going to go back over to the booj website. I currently set up the agent video layout. I don't know why. I just can come over here to change the layout. And I encourage you to play with the different layouts. They all look the same on the thumbnail, but they are not. So it'll just be what actually shows up there. So some of them will have slideshows. Eventually, I know we're supposed to be able to have videos on that cover, which I'm excited for. There's just different layouts pre-done for you. However, you can customize any way you want. So check that out. Just know if you do a lot of work on the website and organize everything the way you want, and then you come in here and start looking at the different templates, you have to start over. So even though it's like drag and drop, but as far as like copying information, stuff like that, just know I would play and look at the different templates before you go and adding a bunch of different content. So I can come over here to say search layout, or you have your social layout. I don't know what the difference is. Some of them have a slideshow. I have to figure out which one that is. So I say, okay, I want social layout. I'm going to go ahead and hit save. Now I just changed it. I'm going to start from the beginning so you can see what's going on. I come over here to edit page. And eventually something will happen. So now basically it has the image slideshow with the search. It has a bio. This is basically all that is showing up by just that is automatically there. If your profile is set up, it'll all be in there. I'm not sure why there's two of those. Reviews, listings. This right now it all has the Remax, but it will have the capability once it goes live to add your own social. So that'll be your own social feed. This is kind of like a call to action and video and a contact me. So I can come over here. This is showing you what it's going to look like, so I can preview it as I'm working on it. So here we have a slideshow with a search. I can come over here to edit. And here I had already added just some photos. I'm going to delete one of those and then save. All right, so if you wanted to add pictures, you can come over here to add, choose an image. They have a ton of graphics. You can filter all of that fun stuff, but there's like 17 pages. I can say, oh, I want to see more, or I can upload my own. Just make sure it stays under 5 megabytes. So it can't be like ginormous, but you can certainly go to Pixabay, Pexels, all of those different ones to get the free images, anything like that, or do a search. So I already have the images I want. I'm good to go. I'm going to go back over to block list. Let me cancel that. I'm going to go ahead and save and exit. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to go back to block list. We're all learning. I'm going to go over here, edit page. So here, bio, I don't want that. I'm just going to delete it. Say, see ya. Manual, I don't need the manual carousel. I'm going to sync her Zillow. So, but if you don't use Zillow and you have testimonials other place, this is where you would add those. So I'm going to delete that. See ya. Listing grid. So this is just a grid. I do like that because as you have more, it won't be like the carousel where it's one line and you have to basically click through. It'll be a grid. So if you have 9 listings, it'll just pop up under that. You can see all of them instead of having to scroll anything. I personally like it that way. You can edit that however you want. Social media. So this is the social grid. You'll be able to come over here, but as you can see here, it basically under general release, it'll be there. So let me go back over here. We have a call to action. That is going to be the mobile and all that fun stuff, all that app. I don't want that. I'm removing it. Bye. Now you have video. So you could do all sorts of things. You could use the Remax commercials going to their YouTube channel. If I come over here to edit, I can do whatever I want. So if you have your own video on YouTube that you want to use, this is what you would do. You would just add all that in there. So I'm not going to use that. So see ya. Don't worry if I ever change my mind. It's super easy to add. Now we have a contact form. So what I do want to do is I'm going to go down here to add a block because I want to add reviews. So I come over here to Zillow reviews. It's going to pop up there. It's going to ask me for the Zillow screen name. So you're going to go find your profile on Zillow. So here I'm over here. I am going to copy this. Don't use the URL. Sometimes there'll be hyphens and sometimes in your screen names there is spaces. It will not show up unless it's exactly the way it's supposed to be. So I'm going to go back over here. I am going to paste the screen name. Now you see they show up. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. Now I need to, anytime you're playing with the website and you add a block, it'll default, it's still in draft mode, meaning I may be working on it. I'm not ready for the public to see this. But if you are ready, go ahead and turn that bad boy on. And now it'll be visible to the public. And say maybe I want that above my contact form. So now I have this. It's showing me how everything is. I think, let's see, maybe I want the Zillow reviews under my listings. And it'll just kind of change on here as we do all of this fun stuff. So say I'm good to go. I like how this is. I want to go ahead and do their preview. I've already got that open. So let me refresh what I've got going on. So here you can see we have the website. This is actually a slideshow, so you could go through. You'll probably want it to be high-res photos for it to not look grainy. You'll see this theme was a little different than having that search bar in the graphics. So that's where it's a matter of just kind of playing with the different themes that they do have. And you saw how easy it is for me to add content and change all of that around. So it's not too big of a deal. So here we have the listings. We have her reviews. This will be her social media. Once it all goes live, this will all have a link over to her. Then you have a contact. There are so many other things that you can do. Maybe I want to, let me go over to her website real quick. Because maybe I want to go ahead and add, I'm going to add a block. I want to add content. And I want content full width. All I'm going to do is I'm come over to our website, I copy, and I'm coming back over here. I'm pasting, save, done. How easy is that? So if you have a profile somewhere and you want it to be that way versus when they show your profile the other way, you can do that. Again, it's in draft mode. I'm going to drag this up so it shows up right underneath here. So you'll see it's right there. I can come over here. I'm going to refresh so I can see what it looks like. And eventually there will be a publish button up here or somewhere. There'll be a big publish button. I'm assuming it'll be very easy for us to find, and I'm sure that you'll hear from me when that actually happens. So you can see how easy it is to just completely create a website. Here is your menu item. So you have all of this content already there, courtesy of Remax LLC. So that's always good. I'm going to show you how we can change that. So I'm just going to go ahead and save and exit. That is going to take us over. This is all where, you can see the actual pages. And eventually I think those will be thumbnails that'll actually look like the page instead of looking like the same thing. I come over to where it has page editor, click on menu. This is like a much easier, this is going to be your navigational. So you can see here, we have the main tabs, and then when it indents over, that's kind of like a sub tab of that main category. If you do not want something, you can always drag and drop. So when right out of the gate, under my info, or I think it's under resources, it's going to have basically the Remax like search for an agent. So I immediately, if I don't want it, I just drag and move it over here. It's not going to be published. It's unlinked. So this is just stuff that's already pre-written. You can go edit, add your information, add your favorite mortgage person, do whatever you want. Here I just added a page. So this, since she has another website, I just went ahead and did that. So it shows up first. But I just wanted to show you how super easy it is to play with your website. And again, if you do not have your listings and you have listings and they're not showing up here, or if your photo is not showing up, I'm going to show you where to go. So you're going to, if those are not appearing, which they should, but I've seen a couple where they don't, you're going to come over here, click on your profile. That'll take you here. If your photo is not showing up and you have a photo in your Mac Center profile, it may be need to be a higher resolution. I have noticed if it's a small pixelated one, it's not moving over to those websites. So all you have to do is come over here to update account. And over on the left, you have a bunch of different options. And one of them will be photo. You'll want to update your photo. Haven't been on there for a while. All right. So here we have our general information. You're going to have your photo. Hold on. All right. So we have general, contact, photos where you're going to go replace your photo. And if your listings are not showing up, you need to click on that MLS affiliation. So you should have something here. Yes, I know that doesn't really look like the code you put in. I don't know why it changes. Everyone should have this. It's part of our onboarding process. But if your listings are not showing up on your booj website, then we want to make sure that it isn't here. Of course, you can always get with Maddie or myself, and we will make sure that you are completely taken care of. If you are part of a team leader, you'll also see that you have more information as far as your team options go. But that's basically it to make sure that you are all set. So when we're ready, we can just hit that publish button and you are good to go. Of course, you have any questions, you know how to find us. Talk to you later. Bye.